E vamos lá então de Class Trial.
It appears that it's time for the class trial. To tell you the truth, I'm tired. Extremely tired. I feel like spending the rest of my life hibernating already.
Então vai.
Man, I know it's bad, but I'm so sleepy. I just want to ditch. Though I really don't feel like it, I'll show you my serious side when you come to the class trial. Even though it's impossible since it's so annoying, you can count on me to take this seriously.
Parece que já vai começar. Outro julgamento de classe.
Hey!
Mas como vamos chegar ao local de julgamento?
Damn it!
Você está certo. Não podemos fazer nada se não pudermos sair deste prédio. Algo aconteceu, Akane?
Hey!
Não, bem, vocês estão ouvindo alguma coisa? Ouvindo alguma coisa?
Hey!
O que você está ouvindo? De repente, como se quisesse silenciar a Chiaki, nosso ambiente começou a tremer e rachar. Então, de repente, apareceu uma coisa diante de nós. Caralho! Como assim? Do nada. Hã? Ele está nos dizendo para entrar dentro dessa coisa? Ai, parece que sim. Tudo bem, eu vou entrar. Apenas espere, Nekomaru, eu vou me certificar de vingar você.
Jeez, you're pathetic.
Nossa, pelo menos seja um pouco cautelosa. É obviamente uma armadilha.
It appears you cannot escape.
Concordo, eu detecto o cheiro de perigo. Até os meus familiares estão dizendo, não vá para dentro.
It's nearly showtime!
Que interessante, se você puder me matar, você será bem-vindo para tentar. Tente esfaquear sua espada no meu coração. Bem, nós devemos ir também.
Yep.
Sim, você tem razão.
Ah,
É chato, mas se a senhorita Sunny está indo, não tem como eu não ir.
damn it!
Ai, mas é muito chato. Acho que não importa se é uma armadilha ou não. Todos entraram no Monte Monokuma. Até que eu era o único que restava, e quando eu estava prestes a dar um passo adiante... Nós somos iguais. Somos os mesmos. Degraus. Hã? Nagista estava subitamente de pé ao meu lado, com os olhos fixos no Monte Monokuma. Além dos pequenos movimentos de sua boca, ele estava perfeitamente parado.
Well,
Você e eu somos apenas degraus. Para todos que detêm o título de supercolegiais? Eu sempre acreditei que não me importava. Ao contrário de você, eu sei meu lugar. O que você está dizendo?
man.
É por isso que eu estava pronto para me tornar um sacrifício a qualquer momento. E de lá, a esperança surgiria. Eu sempre acreditei que o talento que sobreviveria seria a verdadeira esperança.
Damn it!
Mas não foi. Não há esperança em meio a todos esses assassinatos. Claro que não há. Que tipo de esperança você vem de assassinar pessoas?
What?
Sério? Você está sugerindo que sacrificar os outros pela esperança não é uma esperança real? Mas você está errado. É natural, extremamente óbvio que uma forte esperança devora uma fraca esperança. Mano, que conversa de maluco.
Isn't that right?
Afinal, e é isso que significa viver, certo? Não tem como aceitar isso.
Well,
Bem, não é como se fosse isso que eu queria te dizer de qualquer maneira.
hey,
Há um livro que eu gosto. É uma história misteriosa e peculiar. Um livro? A história é contada do ponto de vista de uma garota do ensino médio envolvida em um mistério de serial killer. Mas quando você chegou ao fim? Surpresa, a garota era na verdade assassina. Claro, a história é escrita com cuidado para que o leitor não entenda o final do meio da história. O protagonista é apenas uma projeção do leitor. E essa projeção acaba por ser o assassino. O que significa que o assassino que você estava procurando o tempo todo era na verdade você. Como você se sente sobre um livro como esse? Nada. De que diabos você está falando? Você está apenas pulando de um tópico para o outro. E não posso comentar um livro que nunca li antes.
no good at all.
Uma resposta tão normal. Eu já esperava isso de um estudante do curso de reserva, sem talento como você. Mano, ele tá me humilhando. Mas Eu sei que você não se importa. Então por que eu não me importaria com você? Você admira a esperança. Eu amo a esperança.
Right?
De certa forma, somos parecidos. Mas talvez a diferença seja o que está me deixando tão emocional. Já chega! Eu não tenho tempo para discutir com você. Vamos, todo mundo está esperando.
Man.
Todos? Então você acredita que você é como todo mundo. Os estudantes do curso reserva são tão cheios de si mesmo. Olha, maluquice. A risada arrepiante do Nagito continuou enquanto ele desaparecia no Monte Monokuma. Acalme-se. Isso mesmo, eu preciso me acalmar. Fiz várias respirações profundas e uma vez que meus nervos se acalmaram, eu entrei no Monte Monokuma. Gente, que loucura isso aí. O elevador tremeu violentamente enquanto descia a uma velocidade cada vez maior.
Hey.
Quando estamos em um elevador normal, que sacode tanto, isso me lembra quão eficiente era o elevador da casa maluca.
Well, yeah.
Sim, provavelmente era verdade. O elevador continuou tremendo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Só 8 agora. E estava descendo mais fundo e mais fundo. E de repente... parou, como sempre acontece. E a porta se abriu. Gente, tem tão pouquinho, que lindo que tá agora a Class Trial. Eu entendo o seu desejo de aplaudir esse tribunal maravilhosamente vulgar. Mas é muito cansativo discutir coisas inúteis, então vamos continuar com isso. Isso é tão triste, meu peito dói. Forçar todo mundo a fazer isso é tão triste.
Hey,
Hey, hey.
come on now.
Não vá falando sem minha permissão. Depois que eu disser meu slogan.
Now I'm really angry.
Caso contrário, eu rolaria um dado e com base no resultado, daria a você uma operação de mudança de sexo várias vezes. Que castigo extremo.
Now then.
Agora vamos continuar com isso mais uma vez. Vamos seguir em frente, meninos e meninas. Então começou. Eu esperava que isso nunca mais acontecesse, e agora está acontecendo pela 4ª vez. A cortina para o quarto julgamento de classe estava prestes a se abrir. Nekomaru Nidai, o super colegial, líder de equipe. Ele era o mais apaixonado, mais ousado e mais honesto do que qualquer um que eu conheci. Na verdade, ele era mais homem do que qualquer um de nós. Ele sacrificou seu corpo para proteger a Akane, e sua aparência mudou drasticamente por causa disso. Mas ele ainda tentou viver seriamente. E quando eu finalmente me acostumei com a nova forma dele... o assassino do Nekomaru é um de nós. Gente, quase todo mundo tá morto. Assassinar alguém porque era a única maneira de sobreviver não é desculpa. Não vou deixar isso passar. Jamais vou perdoar isso. A pessoa que traiu o Nekomaru, que traiu seus amigos, eu nunca vou perdoá-lo. Então, as cortinas para mais julgamentos de classe estão prestes a se levantar. Esse julgamento que ameaça a vida com esperança e desespero começou. Vamos salvar aqui com certeza. Eu acho que eu não tenho mais nenhuma habilidade, né? Acho que eu coloquei tudo, não. Ai, bom, gente, então vamos lá. Julgamento de classe. Todos de pé.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. I'm sure you guys are starving by now, but let's get wrapped up and raring to go! Whoever survives will be treated to a fancy lunch. Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu!
Que malvado.
Huh? I'm not the main ingredient, right?
I'm here today because Coach Nekomaru risked his life
To protect me.
I'm gonna be the one who avenges him. I'll definitely find out who the killer is. I'm definitely not tempted by curry. Got it? Akane, you seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
Hey, why don't we try going over the incident?
Vamos lá rever o incidente
We
então.
weren't able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding.
I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 a.m. I headed over to Grape Tower for Monokuma Taichi and found the body there. Hajime and Chiaki were also with me.
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning?
Ai, cala a boca.
Don't tell me you three were together since last night!
Olha os papos.
Imbecile! I am not some woman with flexible legs.
Of course you're not. You're much classier than that.
With legs like those, I could probably do the splits real
Não é sobre isso que eles estão falando, Kanye.
We just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House and went to the tower together.
And then, the three of us discovered Nekomaru's body.
The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously. As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall. But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
É.
Thinking we should at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
Forget these boring intros. Let's talk about the killer.
A gente tem que falar isso.
Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
What do you mean, definitely?
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes. One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you in half!
É, ela não tá falando, não tá brincando.
You're the cruelest one here!
Now. Enough with the lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously. We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many questions.
Verdade.
The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon.
Huh?
Well, the weapon is obvious, right?
Huh?
O Nagito vai dar socão nele.
What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You can totally tell just by looking.
Você pode dizer a arma do crime apenas olhando. Não seria um mistério se isso fosse verdade. A única coisa da cena do crime que parecia ser uma arma provavelmente era... martelo?
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
That pillar, huh?
Não.
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him!
Não,
if it was
não é.
unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right! It was a surprise beating!
Não,
The weapon is decided!
não. Não é isso aí a arma. O martelo na torre não era a arma. Olha no
Guess we should
chão.
figure out-
Deixa eu ver se olha no chão aqui o que tá escrito.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him!
Como assim?
Damn it.
Não é isso aí.
I guess we should
Martelo
figure out the
similar,
weapon first.
corrente.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him!
Tá, mas não é...
Damn it!
Deus, não sei. Vai começar
I guess
agora
we
as
should-
palhaçadas. Maçaneta quebrada, corda de arame.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer!
Tá.
The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right. It was a surprise beating.
Não sei porque eu acho que esse... Não tem como pegar.
The weapon is decided.
Não é.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer. The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
Ai, meu Deus, não é.
Damn it!
Ai, que saco, eu vou ter que usar tudo agora que eu não sei de
I
nada.
guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer. The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
Não sei.
Damn it!
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
Enfim.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar.
No,
Acho que eu sei o
the
que é.
hammer. The killer used and beat the crap out of him.
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is...
That's right. It was a surprise beating.
Meu Deus, gente, eu não tô entendendo nada.
Damn it!
Não sei.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
Ai, que saco.
No, the hammer. The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right. It was a surprise beating. The weapon is decided.
O martelo na torre era arma, mas como ele disse, parece ser verdade, mas não é verdade.
I guess we should
Gente.
figure out the weapon.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer. The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
Tá, não sei.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The
Pilar
weapon was
derrubado,
right
olha
there
o
at the scene of the
chão,
crime.
sinete.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer. The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right. It was a surprise beating.
Ai, meu Deus. Eu te odeio, Kazuichi. Sempre fala um monte de besteira. Para de falar besteira.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
Eu vou botar isso aqui que é a
No,
única
the
coisa.
hammer. The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
Porra. Eu não sei.
Damn it!
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
Sei lá, vou botar tudo que eu
That
tenho.
pillar,
Né?
huh?
No, the killer used that and beat the crap out of him.
Gente, eu tô só acertando agora, meu Deus do céu.
Damn it!
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
Será que é isso aqui
That
mesmo?
pillar, huh?
No, the hammer. The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out.
Sério que.
No,
Ah,
that's
não. Eu sou uma anta, eu sou uma anta. Era o próprio martelo.
I can't accept that that hammer was the murderer.
Ai, meu Deus, eu sou muito burro às vezes. Tá, tava na cara que era o martelo.
Why not? Why can't you accept it?
Porque tu é um idiota.
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body, just like human blood, right? If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it at least.
Mínimo, nossa. Não precisa nem ser um gênio pra entender isso.
But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
Isso aí foi o rico.
Well, yeah, but the killer might have wiped off the oil later.
Why?
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
Cala a boca.
Then why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
Verdade.
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
Baby gangsta.
baby gangster? Me?
Just so you all know, I was trying to test you guys.
Mentiroso. Mentiroso.
I thought, maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
Tomara que ele seja o culpado pra levar um punishment.
It seems that was a waste of time.
Then what was the real weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon.
Tinha sim.
Then, how about we look at it from a different angle? If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
O pilar, então.
I see.
Olha ali minha vida. Olha ali.
The
Causa de um
only thing with
martelo.
oil on it is that broken pillar.
Then that pillar is the weapon! Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar!
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar.
Ai, meu Deus. Tá coisando? Tá. Ai, ninguém podia resistir a um golpe daquele pilar.
Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
Why?
We tried to move it, right?
Sim, a gente já lembra disso. Não adianta, não está movendo nem um pouco. Não te disse?
Yeah, that pillar was pretty freaking heavy. But there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
Coach Nekomaru.
Who are you talking about?
Coach Nekomaru's robot body. With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
So, he lifted the pillar, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself?
You mean Nekomaru killed himself?
Don't be stupid! He ain't the type to commit suicide!
Then even if Nekomaru could have lifted that pillar, it has nothing to do with the case at all.
Well, I guess you're right.
É.
What the heck?
Mas isso me incomoda um pouco. Essa palavra suicídio. Ah, o Nagito falou isso antes, né? A propósito, o quarto assassinato da vida escolar mortal aparentemente foi considerado um suicídio. Não, isso não deveria importar. Não tem como Nekomaru cometer suicídio.
But that's a problem. If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Huh? For reals?
Yes, for reals.
For reals.
I see. So my gut was right after all. Alright, it's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all.
Ai, Sônia.
Sonia, here I go!
Vai lá, Sônia. Ai, meu Deus, vamos lá perder todas as vidas de novo. Botão de boa noite. Não sei o que vai acontecer, mas
There's
vamos
no
lá.
need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
Uhum.
They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl! I'm getting hella excited!
Mas não foi isso, amor. Não foi isso. Não foi derrubando.
There's no need to
Agora eu
lift that
sei.
pillar.
Agora eu sei. Me
If the
respeito.
pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tip?
Vou explicar pra vocês. Como é que eles derrubaram aquilo ali em cima dele se os fragmentos estavam embaixo dele? No, that's wrong. Sai.
If Nekomaru was crushed by the pillar, then there should have been fragments on top of his body.
Huh? Fragments?
The pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body.
Exatamente.
If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed him, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
I briefly considered that too. But it's probably not what happened.
I see. That was entirely my bad.
Acontece.
If they didn't tip it over,
Then how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
How much longer are you gonna focus on the pillar? Just let it go already.
A gente tem que entender... Ai, eu tô com ranço do Kazuichi.
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
O Nagito tá muito quietinho. Nagito, me ajuda.
Why are you so certain about that?
I just have a feeling.
A feeling, huh? That's just your instincts.
But we can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong, can we?
Amém.
There's another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it.
Ai, vai. Agora tá ficando interessante.
Is that true?
Then I shall ask you, what way is that?
You guys, same as usual.
Ele tá cansado já.
You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers, so you just stand there and falter. What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh.
What did you say?
Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a hand.
Hey, Nagito.
Deixa eu ver o
What the
negócio.
hell happened to you? How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
Porque você está falando mais como um lunático.
I've learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by far the greatest shame.
Huh? What do you mean?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill.
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough. But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible.
A specific item?
Of course, the ultimate weapon. Ultimate weapon?
Isn't that the thing you get when you clear the final dead room?
So, Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
Pelo jeito.
Of course I know. But I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know? We've seen it?
That's right. You've seen it clearly. Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate weapon!
Ai, cala a boca.
I am he who cuts the insolent catalyst which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory!
Nossa, mano, cala a boca.
It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon!
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your 4 dark devas of destruction.
Tu tá do lado dele.
I see.
Ele fica tímido perto dela.
I don't know why, but I'm not liking this.
Cut the bullshit and say it clearly. What is the ultimate weapon?
In order to clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the funhouse.
Huh? The secret of the funhouse?
You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you?
Verdade, Nagito.
Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
Ai, que... Nossa, mano, ele tá me detonando.
Except for Hajime?
If we make it out of this, I'll explain it to you guys.
Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the funhouse, right? Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the funhouse.
Boa. Boa.
Strawberry House leads to Strawberry Tower, and Grape House leads to Grape Tower. But in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central tower. It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the funhouse.
Man, not only does that make perfect sense, but Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just so soothing.
Faux show! I shall leave this matter to your discretion.
As duas casas estão ligadas à torre do meio. Também achei que era assim no começo, mas... acabei encontrando provas que contradizem completamente isso. Vamos lá então. Sensação estranha na torre. Deixa eu ver o que é isso que eu não lembro. É esse aqui. Daqueles eu nem viu ainda. Na verdade, a Torre do Morango e a Torre de Uva
Are actually the exact same place.
são o mesmo lugar.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors.
Ah, isso a gente já
And the
discutiu.
designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
Ele não vai falar
In
na Nag.
truth, Strawberry Tower and
Acabar
Grape
com tudo isso
Tower
agora já, mas não
are
quer.
actually the exact same.
That's wrong.
No, that's wrong! Both of those towers, are they really the same place?
Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland?
Não,
Hajime, I won't tolerate any sort of rebellion.
nada a ver.
I mean, doesn't it seem strange? When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall. But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Grape Hall.
It's probably some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or something.
Será? Pra mim não é isso não.
If it is, then see? That means it could have passed as the exact same place,
Eu só,
right?
eu só queria que o Nagito estivesse falando, não você.
If so, then what? Do you seriously think such a simple answer is the correct answer?
Does that mean he's wrong?
Oops, I guess I've said too much.
Ai, por que tu não me ajuda?
If the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure of the building again.
Bow down.
Ai, meu Deus. Vai me refutar agora.
Then how about this? Somebody moved Nekomaru's body.
Well, we were moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, but we should have all been together during that time. Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
Then Monokuma did it.
Por que eu não comecei a fazer isso?
While we were moving, Monokuma quickly moved things around.
But Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved. Are you saying the broken pillar was moved too?
If it is too heavy to carry, let them roll it. Just like if there is no bread, let them eat cake.
Isso não foi uma fala da Maria Antonieta?
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Tá.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Meu Deus.
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear. The pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene?
That's
Allow
wrong.
me to cut through
O
those
óleo. Como é que moveu o óleo?
Moving the body and pillar is possible. But it would have been impossible to move the oil on the floor.
Exatamente.
Huh?
When the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body moved too. Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible, no matter how you look at it.
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
I am terribly sorry. I cannot believe I got so fired up.
Exatamente. Tu e o Kazuichi estão só atrapalhando hoje.
It's all right. A fired up Miss Sonia is awesome to watch.
So what really happened? Does that mean the two towers aren't the same building?
We can't be certain of that either. Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower floor was a complete success.
Yeah, the e-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the two towers were the same building.
If they're not the same building or two different buildings, then what are they?
Vai ela pensar agora.
No idea, huh?
Esse mistério que se une ao segredo da casa maluca. Mas não temos pista suficiente para resolver esse mistério. Então a única coisa que podemos fazer é confiar na única pessoa que tem essas pistas.
Hey, Nagito.
Eu sabia.
I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up. Fine. I'll tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the funhouse.
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint!
Cala a boca.
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly. It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
Ai meu Deus, o que ele tá decidindo? Decidir? Ele está falando sobre o traidor? Se for isso, por que o Nagito está falando sobre isso de repente? Aconteceu alguma coisa com ele?
But how do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
I have a good reason for that. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
Ele realizou a ação apropriada para descobrir o segredo. Será que ele está falando daquilo? Isso aqui. Jogo de vida ou morte.
You're talking about the final dead room, right? You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it. In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete. And there, a small conspicuous window waited, all by itself. From that window, I saw some very strange scenery.
Strange scenery?
Instead of explaining it, it might be faster just to show you. At an opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the final dead room.
You took a picture?
Yep.
Nagito sorriu assustadoramente enquanto pegava uma pequena câmera digital do seu bolso.
See? This is it.
Ele é cheio de truques. E após ele dizer isso, ele nos mostrou uma foto peculiar.
Let me explain it to you again. I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House. But don't you think it's weird? If the funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking, then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right?
Muitas coisas que não deveriam fazer sentido nessa foto.
Then let's begin. Shall I call it
Thinking time?
thinking time?
Que algo não faz sentido nessa foto. Lá atrás, como é que era pra estar o outro prédio lá, né?
Here! If the structure of the funhouse is what we thought it was, Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle. Which means, if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind it. But in this photo, I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
I see. And is that it?
Nagito disse que há muitas coisas que não fazem sentido nessa foto. O que significa que há outras contradições contidas na foto. Não.
Crap!
Tá bom, calma. E aqui embaixo, será?
Here!
É, porque ele era pra ser o primeiro andar, né?
You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final dead room, right? If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
Yeah, it should have been.
Then, this is definitely strange. This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor. The angles suggest it was taken from higher up.
É verdade? É, nossa, como eu não pensei nisso.
That's right. Good call. In summary, this is the truth contained in this photo. The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
It's not? Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
Não.
From this point on, do your own thinking. Now that you've finally met the same requirements as me, if you guys are truly symbols of hope, you can easily solve a simple mystery like this. It might be possible for Hajime to solve it too, even though he's just a normal high school student.
Eu tô ajudando bastante, tá? Fica quieto.
Despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
A outra pista. Ele está falando aquela vez. E aí, Hajime? Nagito, como você apareceu aqui? Aparecendo, ora? Aparecendo? Mas como assim? Talvez eu tenha me teletransportado.
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor of Grape House, right?
I'm asking you just to be safe. At the time, where do you think I came from?
The top floor, right?
Such sharp eyes. So you realized it already?
Top floor. So the third floor?
But the Monokuma archive should be the only room on the third floor of Grape House.
What does it mean?
Aquilo era apenas mais uma dica para descobrir o mistério por trás da estrutura da casa maluca. A razão pela qual o Nagito apareceu na parte do terceiro andar? Ao examinar a foto que ele tirou, eu posso encontrar a resposta se eu pensar bem sobre isso. Tudo bem, vamos dar uma chance. Nossa, agora todo mundo esperando ele andar de skate. Corre, homem, só vai. Isso me deixa um pouco tonto. Primeira pergunta. Ah, não. Porra. Ai, eu vou... Eu tô acelerando, eu vou parar de acelerar. Tô muito mal, muito ruim, meu Deus do céu. Primeira questão. A casa de morango e a casa de uva. Sim, elas existem. Opa! Opa! Meu Deus. Segunda questão. A casa de morango e a casa de uva são o mesmo edifício ou são dois edifícios diferentes? São dois edifícios diferentes. Não são mesmo. Ai, meu Deus. Eu sou muito tapado. Vamos lá. Vamos ver aqui a terceira agora. Terceira questão. Como a casa de morango e a casa de uva estão posicionadas verticalmente? Ai, precisa ver de tudo isso só pra responder isso. Ai, ai. Eu amo. Deu. It's all coming together.
It's all coming together! I got it. I know the secret of the funhouse.
Then let me hear it. What kind of answer will you give, I wonder?
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go? There was only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House. Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
Exatamente.
Same building, different floors?
Then the two houses aren't two different three-story buildings. They're actually one 6-story building?
If you think about it like that, based on Nagito's picture, it's clear where Strawberry House is located.
Onde a casa de morango está localizada? No piso acima da casa de uva.
I see!
On top of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located. Because of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle. Altogether, this means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the 4th floor above Grape House.
Oh, snap! I never expected that the two houses were connected vertically.
Né? Ninguém esperava isso.
But what about the shape of the building? The two houses were completely different shapes.
Strawberry House is 4-sided, and Grape House is 6-sided, right?
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured with two different shapes.
É tudo pra nos enganar.
A quadrilateral and a hexagon, overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we would perceive them. And it worked, didn't it? Disregarding the tower, we fully believed the two houses were two separate, distinct buildings.
In order to conceal the unique design of the funhouse, Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
You've just been Kuma'd!
Isso mesmo, vocês foram murçados. Caso contrário, não teria nenhuma surpresa.
Don't you think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
Then it's true? The building was really like that?
That's right! Those two houses exist on different floors in the same building!
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
Then what about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building. Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House. Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
However, if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's body in both places?
Porque é um elevador aquilo lá.
Your precious hammies don't know? But it's so simple. Alrighty then. I'll be the one who solves this mystery in a flash. Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
Ai, mano, não gosto de você.
Oh, I see. Do whatever you like.
I'll definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out till she notices me.
Meu Deus, vamos lá.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Meu Deus.
And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
Ai,
You mean a fake
sério?
body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
Não.
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them!
O manequim do corpo do Nekomaru realmente existiu? Isso significa que o assassino se preparou com antecedência? Mas algo assim seria mesmo possível?
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Não.
And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
Não era manequim, caralho.
Damn it! I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers
Deixa eu ver o negócio.
was actually a dummy!
Ai, que saco de novo.
Damn it!
Tá.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a...
And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake?
Shut up! Just pick one of them!
O manequim do corpo do Nekomaru realmente existiu? Não.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in was actually a dummy!
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body.
Ah, eu não
Damn
sei.
it! I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
Then hurry up, dumbass!
Será que é isso?
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
Não? Nossa,
No,
era
that's
isso?
wrong.
Ai, gente, que ódio desse coisa.
Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account.
Por que que tu não bota então o testemunho do Kazuichi? Daí tu vai colocar lá sensação estranha. Como é que eu vou saber?
Huh? Me?
Bosta.
Remember? When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved. And that's when you said,
Não apenas isso, as partes que eu arranjei tudo cuidadosamente quando eu desmontei o corpo também se moveram.
right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Grape Tower, right? The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built a dummy.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
Miss Sonia, that's a pretty harsh joke. You are joking, right?
It's alright. Kazuichi is not the killer. If he was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall. It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
Verdade.
I see. That is disappointing.
I'm even more disappointed.
Tadinho.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
The reason Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
Maybe it was simply moved?
Será?
The body moved to a different floor?
You can't think of a device like that? A device that moves things to different floors in the same building?
Um dispositivo assim? Um dispositivo que transporta coisas para andares diferentes no mesmo edifício? Eu sinto que já vi isso antes. Tudo bem, vamos dar uma chance. É um elevador. Ai, isso é tão óbvio, não sei, assim. Pra mim parece tão óbvio. Pra eles ficar enrolando ali. Elevador, óbvio.
I got it! You must be talking about an elevator.
What? Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an elevator?
Where the hell is this elevator anyway?
O prédio.
It's the tower itself.
Isso aí.
The inside of the tower is one big elevator. Which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator.
Sim.
So whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room, right?
So that's why we could only enter it from one side or the other.
Now that you mention it, sometimes when I pressed the door button, it took a while for it to open.
I see. We were basically waiting for the room to arrive, just like an elevator.
Sim.
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator, then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower?
Pra nos confundir, né?
And a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower.
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
Porque ele gira 180 graus, acho. Não.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right? But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly, Even the doorknob was broken off.
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator?
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
Isso aí, Chiaki.
What did you say?
Ela tá desafiando.
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Why do we have to do that?
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
As coisas que não mudaram quando nos movemos entre as duas torres. Isso inclui o corpo, o pilar e o óleo. Nós temos conversado sobre isso por um tempo. Não deveria haver nada de estranho neles, nem mesmo o fato de que todos se moveram com o elevador. A única coisa que isso tudo tem em comum... todos eles estavam no chão, né?
I see!
Is it safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change?
And?
And?
Why did the picture on the far back door change? If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer. The reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
Há algo único sobre esse elevador? Apenas o chão se move, né? Não é tipo... Não é como se as portas se movessem juntos.
I see!
So that's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
Only the floor moved?
Which means the whole room wasn't an elevator, only the floor was. That's why we saw different doors in each tower. Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design. And on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
Por isso que abriu, porque na parte de baixo não tinha corrente.
Then, where do the different floors lead?
Em um lugar.
I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show.
Just for show? Why was something like that necessary?
Pra confundir nós ainda mais.
So we'd falsely believe that the doors were connected to where their picture signified. It was actually very effective. Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a totally twisted personality.
Monokuma, né?
Did you hear that, Monami?
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
Like, there's no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless jokes.
By the way, what does the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower mean?
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
Why?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right?
Como você disse, eu provavelmente poderia usar essas peças para reparar esse botão, mas... Sério, espere um minuto. Mesmo se você reparar o botão, o que vai acontecer com a corrente do outro lado da porta? Corrente? A porta que leva ao corredor de morango. Tem uma corrente. Mesmo se você consertar o botão, a porta não vai abrir. Você não precisa se preocupar com isso. Sim, claro, porque
The
não...
killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower. Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse. The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building. In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand. And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth. The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building. The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
Sim, verdade.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
Claro que seria.
It would have been a major inconvenience. After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
What a pain. It's fine already.
Gundam, please proceed.
You said earlier that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically, right?
Uhum.
If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house to the other?
Entendi, agora que você mencionou, eu esqueci completamente sobre esse assunto.
If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side. But does this reflect reality? Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator. And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator. Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower.
Não.
Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
What does this mean?
Ai, meu Deus. Concordo, o que isso significa? Se as duas casas estivessem conectadas verticalmente, a posição da torre deve ser a mesma em ambas as casas. Mas na verdade, quando as minhas costas estavam para frente, a torre estava à minha direita. E quando as minhas costas estavam de frente para o elevador, a torre estava à minha esquerda. Como eu posso romper essa contradição? Ele é um elevador diferente também.
If the two...
Deixa eu ver um negócio. Tá.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning...
It's clearly contradictory.
Os dois estão juntos agora.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
O Kazuchi deve estar morrendo de ciúme.
If the two houses are connected vertically...
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
That's wrong.
No, that's wrong! The elevator wasn't just moving vertically. Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
Huh? Me?
Come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito gave you, right?
Ah, that. Yeah, it was pretty strange. From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
Rotated 180 degrees?
Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses, it also rotated 180 degrees. It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side, which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
Que esquisito.
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
An elevator that rotates while it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an amusement park.
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction, you know.
Exatamente.
And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun.
That's not splendid at all. You're inhuman.
You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with.
Poxa.
I'm different from these lowly humans.
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right? Then let's start talking about the important stuff. What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know.
What is the Octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
Oh my... I can't believe I have to explain that now. As long as you know what an octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
O que um octágono significa? Eu não sei. Uma forma de 8 lados, né?
I see!
If I recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right?
I didn't expect you to know that. For a substitute reserve course student, you're quite knowledgeable.
Nossa, mano, ele tá me tratando com muito desprezo.
I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
Deixa eu ver, onde será que seria esse lugar? Eu não sei. Seria... Aqui?
Here!
Nossa, chutei.
You're talking about the secret room surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
Uhum.
Why is that place the octagon?
You know how the 4-sided strawberry house is on top of the 6-sided grape house? If you cut a 4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
Uhum.
That's basically the gist of it. The true identity of the octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room. In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the octagon.
Learned?
The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the funhouse.
Claro, pra confundir mais a gente.
Which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru. Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the funhouse from the scenery, and then thought of a way to kill making use of the building structure.
The funhouse itself is the weapon, so they killed using the building structure?
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building. But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime. It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
A casa maluca é a verdadeira identidade da arma secreta suprema? O que isso significa? Como o culpado usou isso para assassinar o Nekomaru? E quem é o assassino que fez isso? Ai, gente, vamos dar um descansinho agora. Suspenso.
Hiya!
Olá a todos, eu criei uma nova maldição para usar no meu nome. Eu já posso dizer que não vou ficar nada feliz com isso. Então deixe-me dizer imediatamente. Já estou acostumada a ser insultada e difamada. Não há como me magoar com uma simples palavra. A Monomi realmente é uma estugorosa. Isso é muito mais simples do que eu esperava. Uma estugorosa. Você não entendeu nada. Isso significa estúpida, gorda e horrorosa juntos. Elas formam uma combinação letal que resulta em... Tcharam! Isso mesmo, estugorosa. Ai, que idiota. Não notei a palavra gorda escondida aí.
Okay, everyone, all together now. Monami is a serious stufatly.
Ai. Cala a boca. Muita palhaçada.